Welcome to the show.
What up, everybody? What's good? What's happening? It's a brand new day. It's a beautiful day out here. Hey, it is what it is. You got to take L's sometime in your life. It happens.
I hate this dude, man. I hate this dude. Jesus.
What's up, everybody?
Okay, so we
what I'm saying?
lost.
Just
We
checking
lost.
in, your neighborhood fan favorite. You know what I'm saying? I want to say hello to everybody, man. It's a beautiful Monday evening. You know what I'm saying? I'm here with my friends.
What's so beautiful about it?
Gina and them, Rod, Wise. You know what I'm saying? Just showing my love and support. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm here to do tonight. Show love and support. That's what it's all about.
My dude Dan is hilarious.
Welcome.
Only right way to do it. I can't even be mad.
49ers Overreaction Show with your crew at Gina Repinabe Productions. You don't know who we are. You're missing out. We've got great guests who returned to basically tell us, hey, good game, guys. The Eagles fans from Friday night. We've got Ryan from BSing Sports. Welcome back, Ryan.
Glad to be back.
Philly. We've got Unc.
Don't do that.
Dennis, welcome back.
What up? Hey, you see us out here?
Hey, when I saw Jason Kelsey do that, I was weak. When Jason Kelsey did it, I was weak.
I know, right?
Jeez.
Oh, by the way,
it's
a Philly thing. It's a Philly thing, Ron. Love the background, but that's what we're about to play the background. Go ahead. Let's go.
What's up to everybody in the chat? Miss Debbie, blessings to everyone on the panel. Hit that
What up, chat?
subscribe button and make sure you hit like. Hey, Danielle, both of them are Patreon members. So if you get a chance, make sure you check out our Patreon link. What's up, Damien? Damien Lee and our mod, Marcus Los Great. What up? And Eagles fans, says Damien, remind me when John Gotti's wife bragged about betting on the roaches running around.
Uh-oh.
So let's get right into it. As you know, our Patreon members submit questions, and we do have a few here. But just want to say congratulations, guys. You know, it was a very interesting game, to say the least. We lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 quarterbacks this year. So it's not how we wanted to go out, but hey, you know, I personally didn't think we'd make it this far. And I did tweet that I'm just proud of my team. Honestly, after we lost Trey, I was like, okay, now what are we going to do? And then when Jimmy came in, still after that, you know, Broncos lost, I thought, oh crap, what the fuck? Then after we went on that little spree and then he got, injured, I thought, okay, great. Now we're down to Brock Purdy, like season's over. And I'm just grateful. Just grateful.
All right. I'm not gonna let you get away with that. Because
don't let him get away with it, Jordan.
You were talking about how the Niners are gonna win this game. They're gonna go to the Super Bowl. All these things.
That's fucking right. I stand on that shit.
So yeah, you better stand on it. So don't let. I don't want to hear the.
Bring the receipts.
Like I said, I kept my receipts about this one. I kept them.
In Brock, I trusted.
And you should have. I really think you should. I feel bad for Brock. I really hope that his recovery is as fast and as successful as possible. Also, with that in mind, I got something to say to certain 49er fans. Here's the best way I can put it. Y'all don't deserve Brock Purdy. The reason why I say that is because people were here's what I mean by that. They're so quick to as much as they were on his hype train, right? It's BCB and then Brock we trust and all these things. And the first time you think that he's being soft, you're ready to write him off, count him out, and say, "Oh, well, this person played through this person played through that." So like when I saw that, and again, this is even before I found out it was a complete tear, right? I feel like why is there any reason to doubt that he's not going to be playing if he can't play? You already saw him go through an oblique injury, right, during the regular season when they were up against the Seahawks, the Thursday night game. He played through it. But now all of a sudden you think that he's just going to tap out for whatever reason in the NFC Championship game? Like, that's just completely idiotic. It's stupid. And I again, like you said, y'all know me how I feel about athletes and injuries. It's stupid if you thought that, and I'm not afraid to call it out, especially Niner Nick. I'm talking about you. So yeah, I just had to put that out there. I'm sorry, but that it really irked me, so I had to say it.
Hey, Fernando, welcome to the chat.
And I want to say something too about that. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like Buddy had heart because
yes,
I don't know if y'all seen or read his lips on the slow-mo. No homo, but he was like, when it was all said and done, he actually turned to the coach and in slow, I read his lips, he said, "I got a job to do, man." So it's not like he didn't want to go back out there. He honestly wanted to. Yes. The coach just wouldn't let him. So I commend the guy, man. Salute to him. You know what I'm saying, knowing that he's just trying to do whatever he can to win the game. So hey, hats off to that dude, man. He's a good dude.
Yeah, I'll say this. Like I was talking, we was talking about it earlier, me and Jordan. Like, I don't know what was in that man's heart. Like, so I'm not one to question. I can't say, "Oh, you're not hurt enough," or just tough it out and go back in there. I don't know what's in that man's heart. Like, so if he said he was hurt, I had to give him the benefit of the doubt. He was hurt. And come to find out today, we found out
he was hurt.
Right.
Shit was torn.
Yeah, so
I got a buddy named Tony, right? And Tony, his name's Tony DeJesus. He was not a pitcher, but he played for the Mariners or the Marlins or something like that way back in the day. He played with King Griffey and all of them. And he said when he even saw it, he said if he did that, he said he probably hurt the tendons in his arm. And he said this during the game. So we didn't even know what was wrong with it. And even he said it. And I was like, man, and if it's tendons, he said, if you think about it, just take your hand and just put your back. He said, you'll feel them all right here immediately. He said, and if it's swollen, he ain't throwing that ball. I was like,
I had that injury when I was pitching in high school, not to the extent that he had it, but I can tell you it doesn't feel good.
I mean, you even saw it on one of the screen passes he tried to make. Like, there was just nothing on the ball. He could not put anything on the ball.
Yeah.
Really nothing.
Yeah, and people wanted him to throw more than 5 yards. Like, or else if he could, he'd be out there, like, instead of Christian McCaffrey.
That's the thing for me too, right? Everyone's like, "Well, I saw him throwing warm-up passes." First,
right. That killed me.
Warm-up pass on the
Are you fucking kidding me?
Pass in the game. Like, you don't need to be talking about anything football related.
Right.
I can throw my left hand on a warm-up. I can't throw shit down the street though.
Yeah.
No. It's ridiculous. So prayers up to you, Brock Purdy. Hope your recovery is healthy and successful and as fast as possible.
Yeah, for sure.
Now here's a question for the Eagles fans. Do you feel yesterday's game was a true competition with the 49ers not having Brock at QB? I mean, he lasted through the first drive.
Well, I wouldn't say that it wasn't competition because we have to play who we have to play. And we have to play him how we have to play him, whether it's the quarterback or not. But I mean, I would have loved for Brock Purdy to be in there the whole game. That way it could be a true shellacking. But unfortunately, he wasn't able to due to our tenacious defense. So with that being said, I'll take the dub no matter how you can get it. But I would have liked it if he would have been able to stay in the game and compete, 100%. But again, a win is a win. And if it was the other way around, I'm quite sure y'all be probably saying the same thing. So guess what? I'll take him how I can get him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat there. it sucks. I personally, as an NFL fan, would have liked to have seen both teams at 100% because I think that they, as I said on the preview show, are the best two teams in the NFL. But it is what it is. You have backup quarterbacks on your roster for a reason, and this is something that needs to be prepared for because it's football and it's a violent sport. And if Jalen Hurts went out with a shoulder injury and Gardner Minshew had to fill in and we ended up taking an ass beating like that, then it would have been what it would have been. So,
absolutely.
I think the thing that's interesting to me is that obviously this is we're talking about a team where in a matchup, I think it was 5 years ago now, they went to the Super Bowl and won it with a backup quarterback playing, the streak of his life, talking about Nick Foles. So the thing for me is Eagles fans, I mean, they should feel it's a fair competition. More so, not the fact that Brock got hurt, it's the reason why he got hurt. We talked about this on the preview show about how hellacious and how relentless that Eagles pass rush is. So again, it's unfortunate he got hurt, but again, the reason why he got hurt is because, well, two things. First and foremost, it's, again, the Eagles pass rush got to him, which is something that I think we all talked about and knew that was a possibility of happening.
Yeah.
Secondly, as we know, as good as the Eagles pass rush is, Kyle Shanahan, why would you design up a play where there's a possibility that Tyler Kroft, your second string tight end, has to block Hassan Reddick, who has 16 and a half sacks on the season? Like, I mean, like in terms, and I'm not saying that Kyle got his quarterback hurt, but you're asking for something bad to happen if you have that matchup. The same way Niners fans, right? Like you've seen it so many times where if Nick Bosa is being blocked by a tight end, it's like, really? You try to block Nick Bosa with a tight end? Thank you.
Right. Yeah.
Right. Same thing that Eagles fans felt in that situation. I'm sure of it. So, at the end of the day, it's the Eagles did what they did. And it's hard to say. Like, everyone's saying the game would be different. Okay, cool. Yeah, maybe it's not 31-7, but the Eagles pass rush still was the pass rush. Like that still doesn't change. So it's hard to say that the game was going to be different in terms of who won or who lost changes.
No, yeah, but I would say that there will be more points on the board.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
In total. Yeah, I mean, I would say that definitely. But
Book.
Yeah, I think the score of the game is definitely different. I don't think the outcome is, though, because from the first drive on, the first deep drop pass where, he did that bootleg, and any pass that was more than a 5-step drop, by the time that the quarterback, who it was, whether it was Johnson or Purdy, got to the top of his drop, that somebody was within a foot of him. So the game, the Niners got dominated in the trenches on the offense. Absolutely dominated. I know the Eagles only had 3 sacks on paper, but like I said, any 5-step drop, 7-step drop, there was somebody in the quarterback's face either at the top of the drop or before.
Well, I mean, not even just in the pass game. In the run game, they got dominated too. I mean, even the one touchdown that they had, God bless them, Christian McCaffrey had to break 4 tackles to make that touchdown happen.
Yeah.
Even in the run game, the Eagles were there on top of it.
Speaking of that, glad you said that. Again, let's go back to the last video.
Oh.
Jordan specifically said that where are my notes at? Where are my glasses? He said Christian McCaffrey, if he breaks one and gets outside, he's gone. And that's exactly what happened. That is exactly what happened.
It's crazy. It's almost like I know football.
Proceed.
Y'all been texting each other and stuff, since the game been going on.
I know.
What's going on here?
Proceed. I'm gonna make. Trust me, y'all gonna hit all my topics. I guarantee it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got 4 points that I want to get on throughout the show as well. That was one of them. That with or without Purdy, the 49ers were going to lose this game because the pass rush was elite.
The best team in the trenches in terms of offensive line and defensive line was the Eagles. It didn't matter who the quarterback was.
At this point, we'll never know.
No, we know. We saw it.
I was just trying.
At the line of scrimmage, the Eagles were the best team. That's that.
Oh man, it just I just wanted to see it play out.
Sure.
I'm not gonna lie. I would have loved for it to play out too. I'm not.
Yeah.
Like it would have been nice to see a real good, hard, smash mouth football game.
Absolutely.
But sometimes we don't get what we want. But
Yeah.
and then too, like when it doesn't happen, now you got to kind of go on all the hope where it's like maybes, ifs, and probablys, but you'll never know. So
Right.
the only thing we can do is just go off what we see, and that's it, and hope that it gets better next year. Because I wish brother luck. I hope it's what is it? It's like what 6 weeks they said or something like that.
About 6 months.
6 months.
6 months. Maybe longer.
At least 6 months. Yeah.
At least 6
At
months.
least, yeah. So here comes trade day again. Yep. And then it just for me, like I feel like, I was saying this to our crew here. If we just got to play the game, and if we lost just playing the whole game, then I would be like, okay, absolutely the best team won. If we lost, like like when the Rams kicked our ass, or
comes Dan.
no, no, it's Book.
Oh, okay,
what's up, Book?
You take that.
What's up, Book?
Good.
Book is our
doing?
Saints fan. So I mean, I would have just been like, okay, we saw what we had to deal with, everything, who was better, blah blah blah, and not that the Eagles aren't better, but at least we could know, like 11 on 11 on the field the whole time, just so I could see for myself, but
I agree with what Marcus said in the chat. It was heartbreaking. It was.
Yeah.
We weren't able to put our best effort forward in the game, and unfortunately that's the outcome. And it's like what was just said earlier. We're playing the what if games. Well, what if he didn't get hurt?
Right?
What if we're gonna always have the what if, and unfortunately that doesn't matter in sports. So
he probably wouldn't have got us to the Super Bowl, but it just felt so good,
Yeah.
Hold on a second.
Wait, say that again?
No, hold on. Trey Lance. Let's see if he comes on.
Trey Lance starting QB1.
Trey Lance.
Beetlejuice. There you go.
Wow,
did somebody say Trey?
He must be locked in on that piano right now.
There you go. You're getting a Steinway ready.
Exactly.
So question now. Okay, Trey Lance. Is he staying or is he still going now?
Oh, he's for sure staying.
Yesterday was the perfect example of a reason why you don't trade Trey Lance. For that exact reason you had yesterday. You keep multiple quarterbacks that you can trust and have faith in case something happens. Exactly why you don't trade Trey Lance, because there are quarterbacks like Josh Johnson out there playing backup quarterback, and that's a problem. Shout out to Josh, repping the Beto.
Exactly.
What do you know back?
I mean, just in general, though. I mean, like let's look at it this way. Jimmy G is gone, right? Like we all know that. So you either have someone who's coming off of an injury, again, that pitchers, it takes them forever to come off of, or you have Trey Lance. Like that's the quarterback room right now for San Francisco. Those two, and then if they bring in another backup along the way, but that's the quarterback room right now. So there's no way in the world now that you trade Trey Lance. There's no way.
And there was never a reason to. Like I said, he's still on a rookie contract. It just financially, it didn't make any sense to do it to begin with. So,
I mean, I don't disagree. Period. Just in terms of, and we all talk about. So I'm sure we're gonna get into it too. Everything that people praise Brock Purdy about is the exact reason why they drafted Trey Lance in the first place.
Thank you for joining the chat, Francisco.
So, hey, Francisco. So,
hey, dude. Hey, bro. I think the phone's smacking up against the thing, bro. Okay, never mind.
You got it, Book?
Oh, Book.
He got to get in the car.
We good.
Okay.
Yeah, we good, y'all. I'm just waiting for everybody so I can chime in, man. I'm just waiting.
No, by all means, go ahead.
Chime away. Ooh, good question, Marcus.
What Marcus said? Trying to click on hurting quarterback? No, man.
Is Shanny's play calling hurting quarterbacks?
No, Marcus.
I mean, historically,
No.
I mean, you could question it, but no. I'll say this. Here's where we can't have both arguments, because what got Brock hurt in this game is Kyle dialed up some play that clearly needed time to develop, and he wasn't taking into account really early in the game what the pressure was going to be like early. I don't think we really felt that out yet. But had Kyle not been dialing up plays to get us down the field, and Brock would have just been dinking and dunking and nothing was happening, people would have been arguing, Kyle's not in his bag. Kyle's not in his bag. And we would have been having that debate. Why is Kyle not dialing anything up?
What people, though?
The same people that was, oh, you know, he's soft. It's
fans.
Same, right, the fans.
All right. Well, I mean, if it's those people, you already know I disregard whatever they got to say anyway.
Right. I just feel like no matter what would have happened, people were going to be upset. It sucks. I'll say this, and this was the only issue I had with Brock on the play. I would have thought he would have had a better pocket presence and would have felt that, where he could have climbed it or braced himself before he got hit. So if you're going to fault him on anything, that would be the only thing to fault him on. But other than that, I ain't going to be mad when Shanny tries to dial something up. But when you got heat on you, you got heat on you. So it was just an unfortunate hit, man.
Yeah,
for the ball.
That's fair. I guess the only thing for me, and again, I'm a Shanahan victim as well here, as y'all very well know, right? So things I think of going back to the Super Bowl, the play that Matt Ryan got the strip sack, Taylor Gabriel was wide open, right? So the play was going to work, but my whole thing was like, all right, cool, I'm happy it was going to work. But my thing is, well, guess what? If you try to pass, there are a whole lot more dangerous things that can happen, or bad things that can happen when you try to throw the ball versus if you just hand it off and run it. And that's what happened in this situation too. Like, apparently, from what everyone's told me, I haven't seen the all 22 end zone version of it, but Brandon Ayuk was open. Now, here's the other part of it, though. You're asking for some bad things to happen if you're going to try to block Hassan Reddick with someone like Tyler Kroft before the ball can even get thrown. So I don't have a problem with them throwing the ball. I actually even said, like, I think it's a good idea that they start to throw the ball, right? Like, but I would have said start with quick passes, let Brock get in the rhythm, cool off his nerves a bit. NFC Championship game on the road. So start that way. And also, you know what frustrates a pass rush? Quick passes. Pass rushes hate quick passes. Trust me, I know this one. So that's what I thought they were going to start with. But no, you try to do this long developing play, and you got bit by it.
Did I not say that? I go back and listen. I said it. I said dings and dunks. Dings and dunks. That's going to kill us. I think on the play where Purdy got hurt, if you look at it at his throwing motion, and he really didn't step into that throw. I think he was
somebody coming right in front of his face too.
Right, but I feel like, I mean, at that point in time, you have to literally either say take the sack, or just like you said, run, flee, slide off to the left, step up in the pocket, or something. But he just sat back way longer than what he should have, and that's another reason probably why the injury happened. But he's got
you kind of want that in your quarterback. You want him to be able to take the hits in the pocket. I just don't know if he felt the pressure. Like, if he felt, I'm not a quarterback in the league. I ain't never been a quarterback anywhere. I assume you can feel it. On Madden, you can kind of feel the pressure, but
why you still saying feel the pressure, dog? You know the energy that was going circulating through the building, bro.
That's you still
on top
of
Hassan Reddick, bro.
You gotta have pocket
he's a freak, bro.
He's been a quarterback his whole life.
Wait a minute, bro. I don't think you understand, bro. Hassan Reddick is a freak.
Pocket presence.
He's a freak, bro.
What does that have to do with anything? I'm saying you feel
like,
hey, somebody's getting close.
With the energy in the building, combine his speed and athleticism with the energy in the building, and Purdy trying to make a play. I know you're saying he should have felt it, but dog, he's trying to make a play. That's what y'all been winning with all year. Him trying to make a play and making a play.
Well, I think
so you want him to second guess.
The thing for me is, I think that because I think it was the right guard who got beat as well. So there was literally a deep tackle coming right in front of his face. I think But I think the thing for him was more so I like, all right, I need to get this throw off before I get hit by this D tackle. It's not Hassan Reddick coming, from his shoulder. I mean, that's more so what Brock Purdy's thinking about. And then all of a sudden, of course, it's boom, here he is. So I think that was part of it too.
He is. That's just a freak play, wise, bro. I wish it wouldn't have happened, bro. I was definitely rooting for y'all, man. I didn't want to see CD Deuce in the Super Bowl. You think I wanted to see that?
I don't think anybody's questioning the play, man. I'm just saying that's what I would have wanted him to do. Well, yeah, Jordan is questioning everything Shannon does. Yeah.
Dante Whitner's questioning the play too.
Dante Whitner.
Who?
Yeah, Dante Whitner.
Can I say this before we get forward, though?
Yeah.
We might not have worried about that had somebody thrown the challenge flag earlier for us to even not be in this situation. And maybe we start the game off a completely different way.
More Kyle Shanahan.
That Kyle Shanahan pissed me off.
So
that was bad, bro.
Did we not call any timeouts the entire game?
So I'm glad you brought that up. I want to bring this up too, because y'all know, like, I work, on some stuff with the Warriors, right? So where I work, I sit right next to the replay operator. So one thing that we always do or don't do for the Warriors, and I'm sure this is a standard operating procedure for every other team in the league and all other, NFL, MLB, NBA, you name it. They always look at every single replay. And if it's something that we think will benefit the Warriors, we show the replay. If it's something where it's like, oh, yeah, you know what? That doesn't look good. We don't show it. Right?
In the words of Shannon Sharp, home cooking.
Exactly. So, like, a lot of times, right, you'll see, like, sometimes if you watch a Warriors game, you'll see Steve Kerr or Draymond or whomever. They look up at the Jumbotron. Sometimes you see them look up, it's like, all right, we got to show this. And there's other times, like, the visiting team, right, they'll look up too, and it's like, you ain't going to see this one because, the reason why I say that is because Kyle Shanahan or some other people are talking about how, we didn't like our replay or our staff. We didn't see the replay in house. That is the whole point.
There's a Philadelphia Stadium.
It wasn't a catch.
It's Lincoln, man.
Told you it wasn't a catch. That's why he wanted to hurry up to the line. As soon as they saw Devontae Smith saying, "Hey, hurry up, we got to go." That's when the flag. That's when it's got to go.
That should have been when the flag came out. Exactly.
Yeah. Right.
Exactly. Like, hey, something must be wrong because he rushing. So,
right.
Yeah.
Let's
What's
be
up
honest.
to Eric in the chat, Seattle fan?
You know, like, hey,
that's what I was about to say, bro.
Before they catch it. So,
but again, like I said, the combination of Devontae doing that and because again, that's a heck of a catch. If it's a catch, of course you will want to show that right away. So if you don't, there must be a reason.
And I'll say this also.
Was a catch, though. You know why it was a catch?
Because they said
referees said it was.
Exactly.
That's right.
Okay. I mean, I'll say this though. Philadelphia did a hell of a job getting that playoff real fast. Like they were set. Like, but by the time the camera came back, it was like they were already lined up, ready to go. I was like, damn, something's wrong. So I was like, maybe that wasn't a catch. I was like, hold up. 3 minutes later, commercials, we found out it wasn't.
Honestly,
they was ready, bro.
I knew not that it wasn't a catch, something was wrong. I was like, I don't know about that catch. Something looked awkward. Like, was that a catch? I kept questioning it. And then when they said, I go, are you serious? It wasn't a catch? Like, I just knew something. I thought maybe like his foot was out or something like that. Something. And then when they said that, I was like, fuck.
It was a beautiful non-catch.
It was.
It really was.
Yeah.
It really was. I mean, on 4th and 3, I even got moded. I was like, oh, there's no way they're going to get that on 4th and 3. Why are they going for it so early in the game? And then I was like, he fucking caught that?
Not even that. The Niners had it covered.
Yeah,
it was the fact that Jalen could extend the play, and that's when Devontae went up the sideline. That's the reason why it happened. They had everything covered.
Mm-hmm.
Not molded, molded, no L.
Right, who is the other ward, right? Number 7. Who is that ward?
That's Shavarius.
That boy played a hell of a game, boy.
He had a great game. Yes, he did.
He played a hell of a game. I felt like he outplayed Jimmy. You know, Jimmy had a lot of hiccups that game, bro.
Listen, I think Shavarius, he earned his free agent contract with that game yesterday.
Boy, he played a hell of a game.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna lie, man. The Niners just got hit with just like self-inflicted wound after self-inflicted wound after self-inflicted wound. Like, goodness gracious, like Nick Bosa gets hurt, Purdy gets hurt. I was like, just everything. Like, it just was not going right for y'all that day.
Bosa
Were
had
you
like
happy to see that? Were you happy when
1
you
to
saw
2
that?
inches in his skin.
What was I? What?
Were you happy when you saw that?
Yes. I'm not gonna lie. Yes. I wanted everybody hurt. I didn't want him injured. I said, just please, Lord, just let somebody get hurt, like someone important. I don't want him injured again. I just want him hurt.
The thing for me though, I look back at like, besides the Nick Bosa one, that's a freak injury, right? You're on the sideline,
right?
Nate, is that true?
Yeah, who knows? But I looked at it more so, like I said, even
indeed.
I looked at the reason why people got injured and not the injuries themselves. So, for example, even from the start of the game, I think it was like the second, third play of the game, Fred Warner goes down. The reason why he went down, Javon Kinlaw was getting absolutely destroyed on double teams, which meant Fred Warner could not be in a position to have the angle he wanted to make a tackle. It was an awkward angle for him, and that's when he got that stinger, right? Like and I keep going back to that. Like I just have to keep giving credit to the Eagles for how they played. They played bully football. They beat the 49ers at the game that the 49ers usually try to beat people at, and it showed. It absolutely showed.
That offensive line that Philly has, bro, is so underrated, bro. They were dominant, bro.
O-line and D-line, like I'm saying, on both sides of the line of scrimmage. The Eagles O-line was the better unit, and the Eagles D-line was the better unit.
Yeah, definitely. Trenches won that game.
Usually does.
This is one of the questions from our Patreon members. Might get y'all a little rattled.
Oh.
No. Do you feel the refs play a part in the outcome of the game? The Eagles got 7 first downs via penalties, most in a playoff game since 2002.
I mean, outside of the roughing the kicker, what penalty wasn't a penalty?
That's what I was gonna say. Like, if it's a penalty, it's a penalty.
Yeah,
the
only thing
that's on the coordinators and offensive coordinators. That's on them.
The only thing that I could think about that probably should have been called was the Sue hit on Johnson. I think that, by the textbook and the way that they call roughing the passer, that probably should have been one of those body weight penalties.
Yeah.
And then
I can tell you why it shouldn't have been.
And then the refs completely screwed up the punt that hit the Skycam line, but whatever. I mean, outside of those two, I thought they actually called an okay game.
Yeah, so the thing for me, the reason
I don't know if we agree with that, but I hear you.
But no, the thing for me with the Sue hit, so a big part of the rule is also, and this is the reason why when Chris Jones got called for a penalty earlier in the year too, is just like, y'all are so wrong. You're literally going against what the rule says. If you don't wrap up on somebody, right? Like if you brace or you try to put your hands on the ground to brace the fall, that is not considered, putting your body weight on the quarterback. And when Ndamukong Suh hit Johnson, that's what happened. Like his arms weren't wrapped up. One was going for the ball, and then the other one, I think, was the right hand was just, out and free. So that shouldn't have been a call. I'm happy they didn't call it. I'm actually shocked to an extent that they didn't. But yeah, like I said, I think the main call that they messed up was the roughing the kicker, right? Because Jordan Mason was blocked into your punter. But besides that, every single penalty that led to those first downs that the Eagles had, the Niners, they did it. Like there's nothing to question there.
Yeah, here's the thing that pissed me off was, what the fuck were the Niners doing causing all this fucking ruckus on themselves? Like, what are you doing? Greenlaw, face mask, like all this shit. I was so pissed. Like, it's just self-inflicted wounds, Like, what are you doing? You're making this worse and worse and worse. Giving them first downs, giving it to them. So,
that's the point. You're making the point, Gina. And the point is, I don't feel like it was the refs and the number of penalties and all that stuff. I think the 49ers just kind of lost their way as injuries started to pile up and frustration, and you know what I'm saying? It was like the players saw that window close. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it just their mind wasn't in it. So when your mind isn't in it and you're not sharp, you know what I'm saying? You're bound to make mistakes. And that's what we saw. It wasn't a referee thing. It was just a self-implosion. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm with Dan. I was literally gonna say, like, when you're practicing for weeks on end for one of the highest moments of your football career, and things start not going particularly the way that you would like them to go, frustration will kick in fast, and then your emotions start to play a part of that, and you have to release that. So then you start doing dumb stuff just to release that anger and that emotion. So some of that stuff was just out of being pissed off and being upset, and this shit ain't going our fucking way. Like shit, like what the fuck? Same reason why people get mad and punch holes to their wall. Like it's stupid, but they do it anyway. Now they gotta go back and fix the wall. So.
Well, I mean, I guess that kind of goes in part with we all talked about the winning streak for the 49ers, right? They won 12 straight games. And the thing is, a lot of times if you have a winning streak like that, you don't have to deal with adversity. So when you first get hit with it again, this is what can happen. Like let's be honest, outside I think one or like two games in that winning streak, the Niners were blowing people out. Right, like they beat the Raiders in overtime, and I think they beat the Seahawks that Thursday night game by one possession. But for the most part, their games weren't close in that winning streak that they had, so they didn't have to deal with adversity. Like it seemed like a lot of Niners fans were saying, "Oh, let's see what happens when the Eagles get sent out to deep waters." Like, no, let's see what happens when the 49ers get sent out to deep waters because they haven't been there in a while.
I think George getting way too much of a kick out of this. Like,
I think so too. I was like, okay, can we cut his mic?
Yeah. Like,
well,
Jordan
I mean,
he
already said the other day that
hey, production assistant, let's cut his mic. No.
So. Jordan said if the Eagles win, his petty side is going to come out. So yeah, I guess that's what it is right now.
You're done, Jordan. You're done. I thought I was about to worry about Dan tonight, but really it's Jordan.
And Rod's been awfully silent.
Yeah.
Wise. I mean, you understand where I'm coming from, man. I just thought y'all was gonna be the next ones in the division to do it. That's all. I was just waiting to party with y'all. Kind of ride that little wave. Of course, it would have hurt, for 49ers fans to win another Super Bowl. But
I was ready to go to the parade. I was
kind of seeing what y'all was gonna do this year. So
I was ready to go to the fucking parade.
If the Niners would have won, I would have been in Arizona. Like y'all forget that.
Yeah.
My flight leaves.
Yeah.
You know, and yeah. My PTO was approved today. PTO was approved today.
Hey Rod, didn't I say Dennis was going? Didn't I say earlier? I was like, I bet Dennis is going.
And I already let him know too. If I have to bring in a daughter's note, I will. Because guess what? I'm gonna be at the parade again. Even though I said I wasn't gonna stand there. Trust me, 11 and a half hours, baby. I'll be right there.
Hey, they got a Waffle House in Phoenix. That's exactly where I was gonna go if I was there. That's all I know.
Yeah.
It's a Philly thing. Okay.
That's right. Hey, you already know what it is. Hey, shout out to Tony DeJesus, wife for setting it up for. Appreciate you.
Okay.
Somebody said it, man.
What's that?
That's nice. That's nice. I like that.
Oh, I thought you said the city was nice. I was like, I mean, okay.
Here's a comment about from Miss Debbie about Philly.
Yeah.
So I understand friendly opposing team banter between opposing fans at a game, but I was highly disheartened when I saw eggs being thrown at ladies in 49er gear just walking to the stadium, and the game hadn't even started yet.
Did we not talk about this? Did I not say it?
All right, so look, I'm gonna be the first to say it.
Damn.
I do not condone nothing they do. I wish they wouldn't do it because to me it makes the whole city just look terrible. Like if we're supposed to be the city of brotherly love, but no one likes each other. You disrespecting everybody. Nobody wants to come around, and then you're mad because we don't have fucking tourist money. Like you're throwing eggs at people. Like you think people want to come here?
Them are expensive as fuck over here in San Francisco. Let me just
I was
tell
about
you.
to say, do you
Like
think
$8 a
inflation-
dozen.
So, do y'all remember this was a few years ago? The Eagles, they had a home game. They were playing against, well, they weren't known as the Commanders now. You know, they had the other name. So I was going to say the Washington football team, right?
Yeah, just say
and
Mike's response.
Mike Scott was a player on the Sixers, so he plays for the Philly team. But since he's from the DMV, he was going for the Washington football team. And Philly fans jumped him. Like, he plays for their basketball team, and they got on him because of who he was going for. Like, this is what we were talking about before. You know, like, you were saying, oh, yeah, you know, I remember that regular season game last year. It was all those Irish fans and all this. And I was like, no, trust me, it's a different beast now that we're in the playoffs. Philly people, especially when it comes to their sports, they are a different animal. And just like to Unk's point, I'm not condoning it. I'm just saying, like, if you're going to go to a game there, especially a playoff game, this is what you got to expect. So,
aren't they the ones that did something to Santa Claus or whatever?
Yeah, they booed. They had a jail in the vet.
Okay.
They had a jail.
They had a what?
A jail in their old stadium.
Yes, they do.
Every home game, there's a magistrate in the basement on standby. No joke. And I don't know if y'all saw it, but have y'all seen Rasheed Wallace? This man is going in on us. Like, fam, you from Philly? What are you doing?
Why is he going in?
What did he say?
He's from Philly. He's talking about the Philadelphia Pigeons. They don't. I was like, bro, you from the city? What are you talking about? I sent it to Rob. Rob seen it. Like, you know what, Rasheed, yo, you dead to me.
Is he a Niners fan though? Who his team is?
He's a Kansas City fan, but he's from Philadelphia.
But no, I mean, like I said, it's just one of those things. I mean, I went to plenty of Eagles Falcons games back in the Georgia Dome, and outside of when we played the Saints, that was probably the game or the matchup I saw the most fan fights of any other team in the NFL. Right? Obviously, I mean, the Saints, it makes sense. We can't stand them, but the Eagles were the other team in terms of like how aggressive it was. So literally nothing that I saw or heard, it surprised me. Nothing really did.
Eagles fans, y'all come to LA, we throwing eggs at y'all too. You're not gonna be able to enjoy Cali and enjoy all the niceness that the West provides. We can't even go to your city without getting eggs thrown at us. Nah, bro, we firing off first.
You
just go, smoke great weed and get great weather and see beautiful scenery. Nah, eggs. All your Philly. hey, Dennis, you see that? It's a Philly sweatshirt right there. That thing getting egged up, baby. It's egged up. Hey, Mike,
I can tell you it won't be. I'm gonna tell you, you know why it won't be? Because if they $7.99 over here, I can imagine how much they cost over there. Y'all ain't throwing away that money.
Hey,
not even just
make
that.
sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that like button and please subscribe.
Hit the like button.
Not even just that. We see road teams take over SoFi all the time. So like let's be honest about that.
That don't make no difference. I mean,
it does.
Who cares?
You ain't gonna be throwing eggs at people if you're outnumbered.
It's certain parking lots you can't walk through, so it's all good. Come through that thing, and I'm telling you, it's gonna be eggs on them too. We heard about you Philly fans, and we tired of it. So you just can't come to LA and just be like, oh, it's all good. Nah, y'all throwing eggs at people? Okay.
Hold on.
Okay.
I don't think it's the Rams fan. That's more of an Inglewood thing. Like it's being in the wood is where you have the issue. Like the location of the stadium is more than the Rams fan. But I hear what you're saying.
So, anything else you guys want to get into?
I mean, we can get into some of these some of these predictions and stuff we had on last week if you want to.
I mean, I don't think the score was. I think we can all agree that the score was not indicative of this game. I don't think that the Eagles particularly played that well on offense in this game, if I'm being quite honest. 49ers defense actually played a hell of a game, held them under 270 total yards. And a lot of people are pointing at the fact that the Eagles ran for 140 yards, but what they failed to mention is they only ran for 3.4 yards a carry. So it wasn't through the effectiveness, but it was more so attrition that got to the Niners there. And Jalen Hurts had probably his worst game throwing the football all year, maybe outside of the Chicago game. I mean, he missed A.J. Brown on an easy touchdown. I don't know who that was covering him in the slot, but he stood straight on his heels and watched A.J. Brown run right past him. So I don't think Hurts particularly had a great game through the air. Didn't really do a whole lot through the ground, but it was just a war of attrition. Outside of, the turnover setting up the offense in good field position, I don't think the Eagles offense played very well at all.
Ryan, it really makes me question. I know, Dennis, you're about to jump in there, but Ryan, it really makes me question how injured is Jalen Hurts, or were those true misses, or was it because of the 49er defense, or does it really have something to do with his shoulder? You know what I'm saying? Like, I can see the 49ers defense because of how great the 49ers defense will mess up anybody's game. It'll, maybe we just saw Jalen Hurts being human against a superhuman defense. Or Jalen Hurts' shoulder is hurt.
Well, he said
I would say he's probably hurt, but I mean, if you're healthy enough to play, you're healthy enough to perform, in my opinion. He has limitations, sure, but I mean, that missed throw to A.J. Brown, I looked at that and I was like, holy shit, what is going on?
Yeah, like I'm with you, Ryan. It's like he did not have a good throwing game, and just like you said, his running yards wasn't up to par either. I mean, Gainwell had 48 yards, Sanders had 42, Scott had 21, Hurts had 39, so he was third on the run list. But at the same time, like, you got to come better than that in the Super Bowl. Like, I'm sorry. Now, as far as like Dan was saying, as far as missing AJ, that's something to kind of be concerned about, because that's a pass that he would normally make. And if you really want to look at it, he almost overthrew Devontae Smith as well.
Yeah,
so Devontae just made a hell of a catch.
Right, but is that a timing issue now? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Is that you and your receivers not being back in sync due to the shoulder? I don't know.
One thing I'll say about this though is that some of the lack of yards, especially he had in the first half in terms of running, it was necessary. The reason why I say that is you saw it in the first half. The 49ers keyed on him keeping the ball on that lead, right? Like, it was, all right, yeah, we're going to crash down, but at the end of the day, our main focus is if Jalen Hurts keeps his ball. That opened up a lot of what the Eagles were successful with in the second half, because the Niners, for the most part, they stayed true to that. They stayed true to, like, all right, let's make sure Jalen Hurts doesn't beat us. And then all of a sudden, now you have a lot more open lanes for Gainwell or for Miles Sanders. Like y'all said early on, there wasn't much, but you saw some of those chunk yardage. You saw it starting to come on later on in the game. And that's part of the reason why. It's because, all right, cool, y'all want to keep keying on Jalen keeping the ball? Boom. Well, here we go. So yeah, it was body blows. It was body blows. That's the main thing for me. And I think that part of that too kind of goes in hand with what the Niners couldn't do on offense. Like, this is what I say in terms of the Eagles beat the Niners at what the Niners usually like to do to other people. You have these super long play drives. You get the defense tired, and then when the other team's offense comes on the field, they go either 3 and out, get turnovers or whatever. Then you bring a tired defense back out again. And you keep pounding on them more and more. That's what happened. I know, Rod, you're shaking your head. So what you got to shake your head for?
Go ahead, Rod.
I'm good. Y'all
No, what
y'all are good.
shaking your head for?
According to Nate, I don't know.
Well, not even Nate. I saw it too. What you shaking your head for?
I was just responding to Nate. Me and Nate was just talking. That was it. You've been talking enough for us tonight. I just wanted to talk about my team, but don't worry about it. Y'all got it.
Well, shoot, talk.
Jordan Bogart in the mic.
Talk about it.
Absolutely.
The floor was open, so I was just talking. Like, if you got something,
We know you've been talking. I just sat back and let you do your thing.
go
Keep
ahead.
going. You didn't need me to start now.
I'm gonna mute my
Keep
mic.
going.
No, you got it. I'm gonna mute my mic.
Nate,
don't
it's happening, bro. It's happening, Nate. It's happening.
Wait a minute. I didn't ask for it. Y'all was going. I didn't say nothing. That's what I'm saying, Nate. Me and Nate was just talking. That was it.
Rod and I were mentally talking.
Yeah.
No, honestly though, like sit back though. If you really want to look at it, like
shout out to
the passing
Danielle.
yards between both quarterbacks, I just feel like it was low, simply due to the fact that both teams are trying to control the clock and have the ball as long as it can. So if your strength is running the ball, like the 49ers strength is running the ball, then guess what? Run the ball. Let's keep the ball in our hands and try to go down here and score. And for us, it was, well, we're up, so let's keep the ball in our hands, run it ball, and try to score. So I feel like clock management and game clock management was like the tip of the spear when it came to both teams. That's just me. And that, to me, that could be one reason why the passing yards weren't really like that. So,
all right, I'll say this. Kind of going back to Jordan's point earlier, I felt like the pass rush we weren't rushing to sack the quarterback. We were rushing to contain the lanes because we didn't want, and we did that pretty much the whole first half, if not the entire game.
Give me a napkin.
And to me, that just wasn't D'Amico and 49er football. That's not how we've been playing. And it goes back to the threat of a quarterback who can take off and run. And honestly, it was working. For the most part, the first half, it was working. We get caught up in the end score, but I mean, before the Josh Johnson fumble, it was 14-7, and they had an opportunity to go down and maybe get 3 points. Like, the game was still close, and we weren't really doing anything. But to me, you have Nick Bosa, right? I just don't feel like it's effective to have Nick rush and stop. Like, and I saw that a lot. Like, he rushed, got to a point where he didn't want to go any further because he didn't know what was going to happen. And there were times where Hurts was in the pocket and he was like, he felt it collapse, and then everybody kind of stopped, and you're like, what the hell's going on? Like, he even thought like, yeah, I got plenty of time. I'm gonna just keep looking around. So I didn't like how I don't feel like we played 49er football on defense the way I wanted us to play or how I thought we would play. It was effective, so that's, credit to D'Amico, but I wish we would have really tried to apply pressure to the quarterback. So instead of just being, let me just guard the lane. So
Danielle, the sexy glasses.
Uh-oh.
Ryan, I got a question.
Yeah, I think he's there. Can you hear him, Ryan?
Yeah, what's up?
Okay.
Oh, my bad. How much are you guys enjoying that addition of Chauncey Gardner, man, back there in the secondary?
I'll tell you what, man, the Eagles ain't had a safety, to write home about in, 10 years or so. So it's real nice to, have somebody. It helps the cornerbacks out too, because they can play their game knowing that they got the help over the top of a ball hawk like that. So I think that it just makes the defense as a whole that much better.
The funny thing about it is, like, we didn't have to even talk about the secondary the entire game for Philly. Like, it didn't matter because we couldn't throw the ball. Like, yeah, and the funny thing is,
right?
Opportunities for picks on Josh Johnson. Like, he was throwing them the football, and I just think they were like, "What the hell's going on?" Like, we ain't even getting opportunities like this, and they just, I don't want to say they got out of the game, but they got the chill for an entire championship game. Like, they just had to come up and play run defense.
Play run defense.
Dude, we played a championship game where we couldn't throw a football for 3 quarters. That's wild. Man, that's wild.
Bro, that performance by Josh Johnson was so embarrassing, bro. Like,
yeah, he should sign with the Rams.
What was crazy is that, like, you're out here and you're telling the defense, the crowd, and everybody I can't hear. Like, bruh, you can take a timeout and say that to the coach on the sideline. But you don't feed us. You know what I'm saying? You, like my dad said, you ain't gotta feed me a pig to tell me a sport. Like, don't let everyone know that you can't hear, because now you're gonna let the crowd be that much louder and confirm and make sure you can't hear. That's what
How many delayed games did we have? Was it like 3 or 4?
with him? Like,
Josh had 3 in like one drive or some shit.
And again, I mentioned this earlier in the show. How many timeouts did we use the entire game?
That's a good. You know what? Let's look into that, because I would like to know.
I don't think we called a timeout the entire game.
Hey,
I
Nate,
really don't think we did.
get on that, please. He's our nerd statistician.
I'm gonna say something, and I more so want to get a reaction out of you guys. There seems to be a trend that Kyle Shanahan's getting out coached in big games, like in his career.
Yeah. I can't argue with that, Ryan.
I agree with you on that one, Ryan. Yeah, I agree.
I just wanted to see, like, if anybody has a different take than that, because like I don't really obviously follow Kyle Shanahan as much as you guys do. So,
Nah, that's definitely followed him. To Jordan's point, unmute yourself, Jordan. Come on, man. In Atlanta, the Super Bowl, obviously the whole world saw that. I mean,
I wouldn't say
he has a track record, bro.
I wouldn't say he was out coached. I mean,
huh?
he was limited in this game. What could he?
Yeah, like
we couldn't throw the ball.
So
like,
no, we started with the challenge, bro. Let's start with the challenge.
Oh, that's not being out coached though. That's just
what?
Not coaching.
You should make a better decision. And
bro, it's scheming, bro. He didn't. Even if you don't think you're gonna win it, bro, you got to challenge it. The guy Devontae is rushing to get a play. That's a sign right there. If he's
I'm gonna call that out. But
I'm no coach, and I would have fucking just threw that shit right away. You're playing the Eagles, bro. You're playing the Eagles. Like, they're number 1 seed. I'm challenging that motherfucker.
When I say when somebody says out coach to me, I'm thinking, is he getting out schemed where he's not getting his?
Okay, listen. This is
all the above to me.
Yeah.
Watch, check this out. This is what I mean. He outthinks himself, bro. Nah, I don't have to do that. Nah, I don't have to run the ball. Let's go back to the Atlanta game, 28-3. Nah, I don't have to run the ball. I can throw the ball.
He gets in his own head.
So, okay, was he outcoached by Sirianni? Maybe not, but he outcoached himself. Outcoached.
I don't know why he didn't throw the flag. I didn't even hear. I know he said something in the press conference, but I was just, dude, what are we doing? Like, challenge it. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah,
not only that, again, we didn't call no timeouts. Like, Nate, let me know. Give me call timeout, man. Because
is it okay if I speak now?
Jordan unmuted himself for this one, so I'm curious what he's saying.
Let people
Jordan, time out, man.
No, I think there are two things for me. Like to your point, wise, like if I hear someone being out coached, it's like scheme against scheme. And so I can't say that Kyle Shanahan got out coached, but I do think there are moments when, as a game manager, because that's part of your job as a head coach, he comes up short. Here's like the two places I think he came up short this game. Well, we already talked about it, right? Not challenging that play. Yeah. Honestly, the other place, in my opinion, I would have just tried to run out that clock. I know it was 1:30 left before halftime, but I just run out the clock. The reason why I say that is you deferred to the second half, so you get the ball to start. You get the ball to start second half. You have a backup, your 4th-string quarterback in who's only been there for a couple of weeks. Let it just run out to halftime, and then come up with a game plan of how you want to attack the Eagles defense going into the second half.
Yeah,
like that's the other thing. That was the other thing for me of I didn't think that was a good idea, because as soon as they got that first down and they go no huddle. Now, again, I can't say it's Kyle's fault that Josh fumbled that snap, because it's not. But again, it's one of those things of like, well, you're putting yourself in a situation where bad things can happen. So that's the other thing for me. Whereas, again, I can't say he got out coached, but when it comes to game management in certain situations, Kyle Shanahan definitely shows lapses. All right,
and to your point there, the Eagles offense had just come off of a 7-minute drive where they completely wore down the 49ers defense. You don't want to give them any hope or any chance to come back on the field right away. I mean, they scored with ease to end the first half because the 49ers defense basically was on the field for 9 straight minutes.
Yeah. And what do we talk about pretty much all year with the 49ers? They make adjustments in the second half.
Right.
It probably would have been a good idea, like Jordan said, to go into the locker room. Let's figure out what we got right now. Like, even if you decided to come out, maybe you decide, hey, we're gonna pound it with McCaffrey and Coleman and Mason or whatever. We're gonna try a new way. But now you put yourself in a corner. We're going into the half down 21-7, and we got a quarterback who can't throw the ball. Like it's real now. Like, so I don't know, man. It goes back to the if things. Like, I hate that we even had this situation. I hate it for Kyle. I hate it for us. I just, my thing is, I know the coaches we've had in the past, and I'd be like, damn. I mean, Kyle is still Kyle because we had some trash coaches in the past, and I don't want to go back that way ever again. Shout out to Philly knows. We had your boy what's his name from Oregon,
Chip
Kelly. Oh, that was a long season. Like, that was a long season.
Right, he killed us off, bro.
Yeah,
killed us.
That was a long season. So
he did some really stupid things, but I'll tell you what, he could draft, man. Like, when they gave him full control, I mean, he drafted Zach Ertz, he drafted Lane Johnson. Like, he drafted more Pro Bowlers than Howie Roseman did.
Well, he ain't do that here.
Wow.
Yeah.
I miss Chip Kelly in San Fran. I miss him.
That's the only thing he did right was early round drafting. He didn't do nothing else right.
Yeah.
So the question is to me. Well, the question is I'm posing to you all night. So, how much longer does Shanahan have? Is it next season?
Go ahead, Rod.
No, sir.
Rod, go ahead. This is your question right here, my guy.
Not my
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this as a bias.
Rodney, when is Shanahan gone?
Now, wait a damn minute. You over here talking about how I'm talking too much. We have a question that is perfectly teed up for you, and you don't want to say nothing. Really? Really?
I'm asking
you better answer this question, Rod. You better answer this question.
When is the time for Shanahan?
I don't think it's anytime soon. I don't think it's anytime soon. I mean, Shanahan's been consistent, and if you look back, I mean, we're Eagles fans. We dealt with Andy Reid not winning in the big game for how long, right? And he was there for how many years? Yeah. So, I mean, I think Shanahan still gives him a chance to win on a consistent basis the same way that Andy Reid did with the Eagles. I think just because he hasn't won a Super Bowl in, 4 years of being there, I don't think that he's on the hot seat in any way, shape, or form.
Not at all. Kyle Shanahan is a made man. Made man. He's not. If Kyle Shanahan is gone, then John Lynch is gone.
Right, they're a package deal.
Yeah. We got to give Kyle a season with a healthy stable of QBs, man.
And we've only had one season. That's wild. He's been here, what, 6 seasons?
Wow, yo. I got to be honest. You got to get a man
one season with a healthy quarterback.
Yeah,
we went to the Super Bowl that year.
Health as well.
Gee, that's
apparently. Shout out to Jimmy G. Shout out to Jimmy. I can hear Jimmy.
Shout out to Trey.
I know we have all off season, right?
Hey, what's up, Christian, in the chat? What
this
up?
might make Marcus happy. If Brock is out for as long as possible, they're saying it's possible, a year. I mean, do you entertain letting Jimmy back up Trey again? Do you entertain that?
Oh my God!
I'm saying it's. I would like to think no, like let's just be done with it because Jimmy G is toxic in my opinion. Do they entertain that?
You saw that smile on the sideline?
After I saw, when he was smiling on the sideline, and it says 31-7. I'm like, "Fuck you, bro!"
But y'all got to remember that's not the first time he's done that. Jimmy has done that before.
Quarterback that is taking y'all to the Super Bowl, man. That's the only quarterback that has taken y'all to the Super Bowl lately. Show that man some respect.
I don't give a rat's ass.
Yeah. I could
y'all be trying to shit on Jimmy. When Jimmy be winning for y'all, y'all be loving Jimmy. Now
that's right.
That's Marcus. That's Marcus.
Hey, I love whoever is under center. Hey, what's up, Corey, in the chat? What's up?
I ain't gonna lie. I would have sure loved Jimmy this weekend. I ain't gonna lie. Like,
hey, if he was ready to put a helmet on, fucking put him in, coach.
Yeah, I would have loved to have had Jimmy this weekend. So
he could save the motherfucking day, take us to the fucking Super Bowl, and he ain't winning MVP. Give it to Christian McCaffrey.
Jimmy was laughing. Jimmy was laughing because he was like, "I'll see you guys back here next year."
Hey, if Jimmy G had on some pads and he went out there, Rob probably would have been like, "Come on, Jimmy. Come on, man. It's only 2 guys in front of us, Jimmy. Come on, man. Let's go."
I've been rolling up that Niners pack, just like anything. Anytime I would have saw Jimmy G back there, I've never been a Jimmy G fan. It's Trey area from here on out. I've been waiting for this day. I can tell you that now, right now.
I got my Trey shirt.
I am a Trey fan, so I want all smoke with anybody asking me anything about Trey. At the end of the day, I'm not hearing nothing else. When Trey walks in that building, guarantee y'all can book this right now. Y'all can stamp this however you want to do it. And Dennis, you are known for writing down receipts. I appreciate you. And mark my word, you give me Trey Lance healthy, we'll be back.
All right.
Mark my word. Remember I said that.
Because at an hour and 30 minutes on the last station, you said it was going to be a 31-17 blowout. Well, you was right on one side of the house. Just not on the other.
Dennis.
You was right. You was close.
Dennis.
You can
Dennis and Dan.
this. Yeah.
Dennis and Dan.
I mean, what can I say to that? Like, you're correct.
Look, see, y'all. This is what y'all don't understand.
You know, like I can't get mad at something that was the outcome before, but the end of the first quarter, like, trust me, I wasn't mad.
Hey, look, this is what y'all don't know. When we lost against the Niners, that man was in my face. I'm talking.
I know.
And he like records about this. What they do when they lose. The first thing they do is get on the phone. I was like, I couldn't say nothing. So this is just my prime opportunity to get him back. That's all.
I appreciate. I love all. See, this is what I said. I give positive ban to the ones that do it back and forth with me. What can you do behind it? You got to take that. You got to hold that L. I hold it. What can I do?
To be fair,
argument here. I got to take this. I got to hold the L. That's what I'm doing. You got to be humble with it.
Ugliest blowout win I've ever seen in my life, anyway. So
no, I'm good. It was Once that arm went out, what am I supposed to do behind that? I laughed at it like, all right, let's roll up.
Game time, right? Game time.
No sense to get mad behind 3 more quarters of this. For what? Y'all know the outcome. What you stressing over?
Yeah,
not me.
I mean, I'll say this, Rob. You were in the chat, in the group chat. You was like, "Hey, it's over." I was like,
"I did. I was real.
Like, was like real. I was
if
like,
y'all was really, hold on. Be real with yourselves. Now, I'm asking this as a Niner fan. Y'all really thought Josh Johnson was gonna win it for us?
No,
for real.
I ain't gonna lie.
No,
it was
like for real. Like, come on, man.
Hold on.
I'm gonna give him credit.
What I will say is, I thought maybe our run game could get up.
I was hoping.
And do a little something.
You still got to throw the ball. That man was back there and didn't even look at the ball. Come at his face.
When the ball went like this and his eyes were like this, I said, "It's over, Vince Carter. It's over. It's over."
I didn't want to believe it. I think Rod and Marcus were the only ones in the chat, like really, like. Hey, don't get your blood pressure up. It's over. I was like, no.
No. Why?
I was hoping.
You must have read it late.
Dan was in there.
I mean, Niner
said it immediately.
Dan, you thought it was over 8 days ago, but I'm talking about just Niner fans. Yeah.
Wise. You really thought once Johnson was in.
I hope, man. I had hope. I had to have hope.
That boy said I had to.
I had to have hope, man. It was hard.
I wish I would have bet you after Josh Johnson went in there. I wish I was sitting around you to bet you. I'd have been a rich man yesterday.
First of all, when Josh Johnson went in, I knew. I was like, this is not going to end well. Like, I knew it, but my fandom inside wasn't going to allow me to acknowledge this in writing anymore.
Right.
Like,
I hear you.
Well, some of us get older and some of us get wiser. It's no way I'm not to go down that bridge. No, not for my blood pressure.
Some people can just stop watching the game when their team is getting humiliated. I'm not one of those people. I have to watch my team go through the torture. Okay, like I have to. I'm like, it's my team though. Like I'm there till the end.
You did the T.O. cry?
Right.
And Josh
You did the
Johnson
T.O.
caught
cry?
that ball.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you did the
He
team
got hit
proud.
by
Not just
Riddick.
Yes.
You did the
Well,
T.O. cry?
he looked
Yes.
like a tackle dummy, didn't he?
You did the T.O. cry? Who said that?
Huh?
I have to.
I said when Josh Johnson when he actually caught the ball and got sacked by Son Reddick, I said that boy he looked like a tackling dummy, didn't he? I mean,
The
he
whole
was just standing.
time.
Poof!
Like,
Hey,
I
does he
mean,
come back next year?
what was he
Are y'all
doing in
bringing him
there?
back? Are y'all
What?
bringing Johnson back?
Are you
Hell
signing for a
no,
team?
like-
Are you serious? He needs to
Are
sign
you
his
signing-
retirement
Are you
papers.
signing for a team this year?
Yeah.
You know the answer. Hell no.
Yeah. Nah, he can go
Hell
anywhere
no.
else.
I tell
Now, I
you,
would say this.
I'll
though.
sign
Jimmy
I'll
coming
sign
back.
Jimmy Garoppolo before I sign him back.
Jimmy G is coming back. Oh,
I'm
you
not
better
signing
believe it.
Josh
Yeah,
Johnson.
Dan got a new angle now.
Don't
I
ever
would
bring
say
that man
this.
name up.
I'm not gonna lie. When Brock Purdy came back in the game, I was like, "Is it really that bad?" Like, I don't
I'd
know.
rather
No.
have Jimmy G than Josh fucking
No.
Johnson.
It was over. It was
Shout out
the
to the
I mean,
man.
dude.
you
throw.
did text me. You did text me like it's over.
It's over.
Yeah,
Like,
you did
wow.
text me.
No, this is over. I'm not about to.
I'm just curious. I know it's
He
early.
had no business being in that game. Excuse me,
That
in
was
that
it.
game.
Yeah, and I
Trust
know
me,
we're 2
he
weeks
didn't
out.
want to
But
be in that game. He ain't want to be
Ryan
in
and
that game.
Dennis,
Jimmy.
how y'all feel about the matchup with KC though?
Huh?
Feel about who?
The matchup with KC, how y'all feel about that?
I feel like Philly is going to
Yeah,
beat
let's
their
talk about
ass.
that.
I feel like Philly is going to beat their ass. I want the Chiefs to win, but I feel like Philly is going to beat their ass.
Yeah.
The Chiefs just played their Super Bowl, man.
I feel like our pass rush is gonna turn it up a notch, and I'm not gonna say we're gonna target that leg, but that's gonna be a like the fat piece of meat. Like no pause, but that is gonna be what I'm
Definitely
saying.
Hey, mute his mic, Gina. Mute his mic, Gina.
Oh,
Mute his mic.
Where's the button at? No.
I mean, we're gonna be gunning for that. What I'm gonna say, gunning for the leg, but that leg is gonna be a problem for him. And we're gonna make sure it's gonna be a problem for him. Now, people say, "Oh, it's gonna be 2 weeks before it should be fine." It's still gonna be hurting.
High ankle
Prime
sprains in 6
example:
weeks,
when
baby.
he ran off to the left and tried to push off to throw the ball with, he hurt his leg then. So it running that game, playing on it like he did last game, he's just he's making the injury last that much longer to me. So that to this 2 week span, it's still gonna be hurting because he's still got to practice. He still has
it's gonna swell up. He's not gonna be on it as much.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then by the time he do get back on it,
yeah,
it really ain't ready. He talking about he ain't take no injections for this game. Bullshit.
To the point Wise made earlier, it's like Philly secondary didn't even get tested this week, so they had a bye week, and then they about to get another bye week, and then they're gonna come into the Super Bowl ready,
extremely fresh,
like super fresh, injured Mahomes ready. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like
That was
Ryan
crazy.
don't feel this way. You don't feel this way, Ryan?
No, because Patrick Mahomes on one leg is still probably the second best quarterback in the NFL behind Patrick Mahomes on 2 legs.
That's fair.
We all just watched what he did on one leg.
We did.
With Travis Kelce having his back hurt. Like, I ain't sleeping on that. I don't care how hurt that ankle is. I watched him beat the Bengals basically all by his fucking self.
So let me ask you this, Ryan. You think the Bengals has a better secondary than the Eagles?
No, hell no. But that don't mean nothing. They got the best offensive coach and the best quarterback in the league on their sideline. I ain't sleeping on them.
Oh, I'm not sleeping
Oh
on
no,
it.
I mean, yeah, you got the right, you got the right mindset going into it, but
The facts.
I'm saying if the
I wanna
cameras
hear
weren't
you
on
take
right
the
now,
defense.
What worries me?
blowout.
What worries me is Landon Dickerson going to be ready for this game because Chris Jones is sitting in the middle of that defense, licking his chops right now, hoping Landon Dickerson don't come out for this game.
Yeah, I feel you.
yeah.
All right, Jordan, what do you have to say? I know I've been waiting for this one.
Jordan,
You're muted, bro. So
You're muted. Now you're good.
It's my turn.
yeah.
No, I mean here's the thing. Like y'all harped on it. I think that we got to see what Dickerson's health is coming into it, because the thing I think that's so impressive about Kansas City, especially up front, you can't double them. You can't double Chris Jones. If you try to double Chris Jones inside, well, guess what? You got to deal with Frank Clark outside and vice versa. So We'll see what happens. I mean, you know, I would think that also, like we talked about Patrick Mahomes' health in 2 weeks. You got to talk about Jalen Hurts' health in 2 weeks. Because, I mean, I think at the end of the day, if Jalen Hurts is fine, and let's just say hypothetically, I mean, as we know, he wasn't, you know, close to 100% in this game. If he's good to go, I got the Eagles. If not, this could get pretty interesting because let's also not forget the thing about the Chiefs, they can run the football now. Like if they get their weapons back, because they had a lot of guys that went out at receiver during that game, and we already talked about how Travis Kelce was hurt. So it could be an interesting game, but I think at the end of the day, I got to go with the team that I think is the best at the line of scrimmage. And again, that's the Eagles. The Eagles are the best at the line of scrimmage in all of the NFL.
I think a big factor of it too is like nobody talks about the Chiefs pass rush because of the Eagles pass rush. Well, the Chiefs had 55 sacks on the year too, second in the NFL. So, I mean, they can get after it too.
I mean, Frank Clark is, I think, 2 or 2.5 sacks away from being the playoff leader in terms of career sacks in playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, you got Karl Loftus out there too on the other end. So I think they're deep on the defensive line as well. Really depends on Dickerson.
I agree.
Is that the guy that went out with the arm injury?
Yeah.
Yeah. I like Philly, man. That by 1,000 cuts.
Hey, I'll say this though. I'm gonna need the 49er fans who are actively rooting against Philadelphia to stop with the narrative of what was the record? Teams are 0-15 or what was it? Well, week after playing us. This ain't the same example. We got beat this time. Like we got physically beat up. So we didn't wear anybody out this time. So they're not going to be exhausted going into the Super Bowl. Plus there's a bye week. Plus we didn't beat nobody up. So y'all got to chill off of that. Like I get it. I'm diehard to the fullest, but let's be realistic sometimes. Like we were physically putting a pounding on teams. That didn't happen Sunday. Like,
Right.
No, it ain't the same rules, man. Like,
Bullies get bullied.
Yeah.
Bullies get bullied.
That's what happened. Shout out to Trent Williams, by the way.
Trent.
Yeah, shout out to Trent.
My man, Rob.
Man, I don't like this ride, man. I don't like this ride.
What I do?
That's different.
Man, bro, you just
Different ride,
you, bro. You just
I'm good. I didn't do nothing. I'm good. What's up? What y'all want? What answer y'all want from me? What's up?
What do you want to address in the draft, right?
The right tackle and another DN to go the opposite of Bosa. A center. You gotta straighten up the right side of the package. I can give Burford. He did good for his first year. First of all, he was a rookie. I liked how he played throughout the year. Banks on the opposite side, he played great for his first year playing on the line. And we always know what Trent does, but McFlinchy, I don't know what's up with him. So
we don't re-sign him. That's what happens.
And a center, Jake Brendel, he's up for free agency right now. So we need to go get a center or draft one. Or if you have Poe, who they've been getting, prepped and everything this whole season to come back in next year, we'll see. He's a little undersized in my opinion, but that doesn't mean anything. So who knows? That's just I would attend to for sure. That line on both sides. Because, even D tackle too. Because let's not forget, to all of us that try to believe that Kinlaw was going to be good this year. Trash.
Oh, that clip of him getting blown off the line, that was bad.
Trash.
Oh,
that was
by
bad.
Kelce?
I was like,
talking about
damn.
Which time?
There's
multiple
like
ones
Austin.
out there.
Yeah.
There's that one, and then there's one where he just stood up and basically got pushed backwards.
This is the perfect scenario where they say looks like Tarzan, plays like Jane. Like that was what we saw.
Did you see Eric Armstead's face? He's taking on two people. He turns and looks at him. He's like, "Are you serious?
Yeah.
Like, how are you up under them?" as big as you
Ryan,
are.
are they talking about the one where Kelsey and what's the name like just like tossed him out the way?
They took him and like tossed him like he was nothing.
Yeah, like tossed that.
That's one play. I agree with that play. But there was another one that I want to say it was like I think it might have been a run right up the middle for like I think it was a quarterback sneak, and he just got flattened.
Yeah,
it was terrible. It was terrible. So for them to put that much profit into him to be Buckner's backup or replacement, so they now in Marcus's terms, that's a bust, in my opinion. He had enough time. I'm good.
Yeah, I noticed it too because there were some runs in the second half where Kelsey was like getting to the second level pretty easily, and I'm looking at the deep tackles. I'm like, you're not going to put an arm on the center to stop him from getting up there or nothing like that. It was weird. I thought Kinlaw was like pretty good until, but I don't watch him like that. I just know the name because he had some pretty good years. Or he'd been hyped up or whatever the case may be, but.
I dare a 49er to give me 3 games that Kinlaw was dominating.
3?
I just asked you 3
That's
games
asking for
in
a
his
lot.
career since
I
he's
just would
been
have
here.
been just eat up blocks, man. Like he wasn't even doing that. Like eat up.
He
some
had
blocks.
the interception that he returned for a touchdown. That was it.
Shout out to the Rams. Shout out to the Rams. I remember that.
Hey, Kinlaw sure talked a lot of shit to Grant Cohn.
He talked
man.
so much shit.
So much.
Stop playing with me.
I heard you, Wise.
Yeah.
I heard you, Wise.
Yeah, I know you did. I know you did.
Hey, what up, Bryant Culp in the chat? What's up, fam?
I'm not trying to hear nothing about give him another chance. No, absolutely. I would pick that contract up and we just eat that one because we already eating it. So what's the point of continuing on carrying?
We've already fucked over.
We
failed the evaluation of him. I mean, we bought injured goods or
he was injured
goods.
before
we were drafting Solomon fucking Thomas. I mean, that was a bust.
We gotta go.
He was trash too.
Luke Dog is Kinlaw's nickname.
He was trash on the 49ers.
We ain't doing that.
He was trash.
He was the Stanford, huh, George?
Trash.
That's my guy.
Trash.
Triggity trash. But yeah, nah.
Do you guys have a first round pick this year or no?
No.
Nah, not until next year. Not until next year.
No.
Next year we're back in the game.
Honestly,
how bad this looks.
It might be better for the 49ers if they don't have a first round pick.
Hey, what's up, Hefe KC? We got a Kansas City Chiefs fan in the building.
Hey, shout out to
Let's keep it respectful.
No. He has time to talk.
No, not you. Not you, Rod.
No, Hefe does. I'm saying he's got time to talk because he called it out. No,
I was just messing around.
Yes, sir. No, I'm giving him respect. We
talking
talking noise on him. No, he gets it. Salute.
No, I put that on the thingy majiggy, so I was just repeating what I said.
Yeah, we showing respects to him. No, he got the floor. You got that, brother.
I told you I wanted the black quarterback matchup.
Hey, you got your goal.
You did. You said 2 black quarterbacks in the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny, like when they mentioned that though, I really had to think back. I was like, wait, what? Hold up. And then I started thinking, I was like, yeah, this is the first time it's been a matchup. Wow. I was like, damn.
You see what I'm saying? Like, that's why it was just so cool to me if we could have that happen.
Yeah.
Next time, let's make it be
Trey Lance. Pretty cool for Jalen Hurts to break the no running quarterback has won a Super Bowl narrative.
There
you go. I don't know who I think is going to win yet. Well, I'll tell you when we get close to the game.
That's a great point, Ryan. That's a great point.
I'm still emotional.
I know. I'm still emotional. I was like, fuck the Eagles. Let's go Kansas City. I'm like, wait a minute. I hate Kansas City. And I'm like, well, I hate them both.
You know,
is McGlinchey really that bad?
Come back and beat you in the
Absolutely.
Super Bowl. That's all it is.
Oh, fuck yeah, I am. What other reason would I have?
Garbage truck juice water. He's trash.
I hate every team that beats me.
That's why. What's sad is that most of that is being blamed on Croft, and if we really think about it, that's really on McGlinchey because they tried to put Croft over there with McGlinchey to try and help. which is sad. You don't have to do that for the other side, but you got to do that for Trent's side. I mean, for Mike McGlinchey's side each time.
McGlinchey's
It
like
just came back to bite
6'9".
us.
Yeah,
It just
that
came back
hurts
to
my
bite
heart.
us.
I'm a Notre Dame fan, so I wanted him to do well, but
I played against him.
Boy, Sirianni proved me wrong, but I did not think he was the man for the job.
Wait, who said they're a Notre Dame fan? Ryan, you're done. Get him out of here. You're done. Get the guy.
I agree.
You're
Get him
done.
out. Get him out. This might be the one college football fan for me and Rod.
Hey, Joe
Ryan,
Montana
we're
came from Notre Dame.
1-1. So
That's it.
what?
best part
Don't
about
mean
it is
nothing.
I
He didn't
live
come
in
from
Columbia,
USC.
South Carolina now, 5 minutes down the street from USC. So I was at the bar watching the bowl game, and I got to rub it in their faces.
Understandable, but we still beat y'all. Know that.
Ian Book headed to a Super Bowl.
Hey, is he still on the roster for Philly?
Yeah.
He must. Oh, is he practice squad or?
He practice squad, yeah.
Ian Book, shout out to Northern California.
I think we were 3-2 against them.
Wow.
Luka 53
Again.
Hey, Luka's a bad dude,
my
man.
God.
Luka's a bad dude.
Did I put him on my top 5?
I don't think you did. Somebody excluded Luka.
I think I excluded him on purpose. Hey, Ryan,
Congratulations, you
you
played
gotta
your
come
part.
on our basketball pod. It's gonna be amped up now that football's over.
Yeah,
Dennis, you can
I
come on
don't
too.
watch basketball, actually.
Oh, you
It's
don't?
the only Philadelphia sport I don't watch.
Yeah, I was like, you didn't see no Sixers flag back there? Like,
I know, right? I was
wanted to
looking
ask
for
about
one.
that. I was like, where the Sixers flag? But I get
I was
it.
looking for one.
I get it.
No, my substitute winter sports, college wrestling. I was a wrestler for 13 years, so.
That's
Okay.
what's up.
Oh, okay.
That's
Shout out to
what's
Kurt
up.
Angle.
Yeah, Kurt Angle.
With the broken freaking neck.
Yeah, shout out to Kurt Angle. That was one of my guys.
With the broken freaking neck.
Shout out to The Rock. The Rock says.
Hey, wasn't he? Hey, Kurt Angle, didn't he win a gold medal?
With the broken freaking neck.
Yeah, you sure did.
Wasn't Brock Lesnar a wrestler too?
1996.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, wait. So was I, Ryan Marcus. Look at more CTE evidence.
Okay.
No wonder more
Marcus-
CTE for
Mar-
Marcus.
Oh, God.
It just more
In
than
my
that. Huh?
former life.
Hold
Yeah.
up. My guy wrestled and was Golden Glove. Damn.
Hey,
You was taking
Ryan,
the ass
no,
whooping.
no.
You was taking the beat
Yeah,
like
but-
crazy.
Marcus must have been the
No part
truth,
to that.
man.
Boy, I know Marcus got ringworms like a motherfucker. Don't-
After the Tyson fight, he became a wrestler.
And A-Rod in that ear, thick as hell.
that cauliflower ear.
Yeah.
The cauliflower.
Shit, I'm dead. I'm dead.
Kurt Angle's from Pennsylvania too, isn't he?
What happened?
Huh?
I'm pretty sure Kurt Angle, isn't he from Pennsylvania?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's what I
There
thought.
Wise, you studied up.
I didn't say that.
Why
I
you
just
studied
said
up?
Kurt Angle. I just knew Kurt Angle, you know. I just started
Hey,
watching
you
wrestling
sound
again,
legit with that though.
Oh,
Kurt
yeah.
Angle, shout out.
I mean, he came with
Wow,
that so
no,
quick.
fire.
That was
I
like
know, right?
so
Shout out Kurt Angle.
useless fact
Right.
that he knew right off his head, like boom,
Right.
perfect timing. Pull that card out on your ass. That's what's
That was
up.
the one.
Hey,
man.
that's why he is the wise soul.
There you
And
go.
there you
Very
have it.
right.
I'll take the credit for that.
But we are going to be ramping up our NBA broadcasts now that football is ending.
And
But
talk
you
about how
guys-
LeBron got cheated the other night by
fuck.
Boston.
That was bad. That was bad.
I
Yeah.
didn't
What
see
about the reaction though? Like,
But
The reaction was crazy. It was
crazy.
real whack. It was real trash.
I gotta
Yeah.
say
Real
this. though.
trash.
Pat Bev has the best technical foul in NBA history.
facts.
I know.
It's the greatest technical
Absolutely.
foul ever.
Matter of fact, Dennis and Ross,
character.
that you guys are, cameramen and take, photography and everything. What kind of camera was Pat Bev wielding out there?
It
A
was
D
hand-
Cannon R5.
Yeah,
Okay.
I know it's right off the rip. I saw it as soon as it. I was like, ooh, that is a good almost 10 grand he had right there in his hand.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
He's definitely
Okay.
got
10
prime
grand.
on it too.
Yep. So you're looking at about 12 grand right there, easily.
Mhm.
Almost about 13.
But it was whack
Yeah.
though because he didn't have a battery pack on it either. So I was like,
No, it comes with one. The new one does.
Huh?
It comes with a pack on the bottom.
Oh,
The new
that's
one does.
okay.
Yeah.
Good. Thank God.
Yeah. See, we getting nerdy on that camera stuff. But anyway, yeah. We got y'all.
How we doing, fellas?
Good.
We're
What's up?
doing good. All right, so here's the thing. Okay, so Phillies, we're 7-2 at home. Kansas City's 7-1 at home. What do y'all feel as though? Who do you feel as though is going to have more of a home field advantage type game? Philly or KC, and why?
I would say Kansas City mostly because of location and just like it's obviously a whole lot closer to get to Phoenix from Missouri and the Midwest than it is coming from the Atlantic states. I know the Eagles have a national fan base, but also, I mean, like we've seen Kansas City travel as well, right? Like you look at some of the games when they play in Vegas, when they play the Chargers in LA, you know, when they do the home of the, instead of saying home of the Brave, you know, the Chiefs things, they say home of the Chiefs, and they take it over. So I think if anything, that's what I would pull. I mean, I would see it for. Plus, I mean, we just saw it a couple of years ago how the Chiefs travel the Super Bowls, right? Like in Miami, there was a big Chiefs crowd that was there. So,
Yeah, that's true.
So I would just say more so because of location, I would say Kansas City has more so the closer to a home field advantage.
I don't know. I'd still think it's even.
Oh, I think the matchup is even for sure. I'm just saying in terms of like for the question.
No, I think the home field, I think it would be even, like even amount of fans.
For sure.
I'm rooting for Rihanna at halftime.
Yeah, let's go Rihanna.
Hey,
Rihanna
I'm
at
glad
halftime.
you brought that up because look here, ladies. Look, I'm talking to the ladies right now. Like, look, if you come out, you watch this podcast. Look, don't be going to work with your hair looking like that, okay? Because that's called fashion. Okay, you just can't show up out here looking like your boy off of Don't Be in Minister South Central. Okay, because you're gonna get fired. They're gonna let you go. They're gonna tell you to go home and think about it.
Oh
okay?
my goodness!
So, ladies, look here. Don't come here with that. Don't do it to yourself. It's bad enough. It's probably in a bonnet. So I'm just saying. Don't come out here with that.
I ain't gonna comment because I ain't getting in trouble like yet.
No,
me, I don't care. What if they had them like them naturally oiled scented women out there? Because it's gonna be hot. You know, what about them oil, naturally scented women? Yeah, what about there?
Bro, don't get me going because you are. I know what you.
So we know Dennis is going. Ryan, you going out there too?
With you, huh?
No, man. I'm moving to Florida next week, so my
wow.
Okay.
Yeah, you be down there with Dan the man. Well, he's
right. Ryan, where you moving to in Florida?
There he is.
You moving where?
Apopka.
Oh, you close. You real close. I'm in Orlando.
Okay, yeah, real close.
Oh, Dan, my homeboy lives in DeLand.
Oh, I know the D.
Yeah.
Whoa, pause.
Pause.
Whoa, you know, like, all right, you know.
Major pause.
Hey,
my name is Paul, and that's between y'all.
Hey, my man said that.
He said me earlier. That's what he said.
Right. I had to take myself off, Jay. I'll stop myself. Don't worry about it.
Look, I literally was about to say, like, damn, I think I'm about to go out to Disney World. I can go kick it with Dan. And then that happened, and it was like, oh, well, maybe not. I don't know.
Maybe not.
Right.
I don't judge. I can still hang out with him. I don't judge, you know. Each his own, so.
Christian said we may have kids in the chat. Watch it. Christian, no, I clicked. This is not for children.
Hey, you know, kids are sneaky. They'll watch anything.
Oh, that's true.
Blame your parents out here. Blame your parents. And blame me. Blame your parents.
I'm usually to blame myself. My 14-year-old son. You know. Yeah.
He's just gonna go to school cussing. It don't matter.
Hilarious.
I heard him.
Told you. See, that's a real mom.
I heard him like you know, with his door shut and everything, and he's playing PlayStation.
What is he?
And
saying?
I'll hear "fuck this, fuck that," and I'm like, "What the fuck was that?" And I knock on his door.
He's using it right. He using all the words correctly with him.
Yeah, and I'm like, "Where'd you learn that from you?"
Oh, thank you.
I learned it from watching you.
Yeah, exactly. You all right? I learned it by watching you. Like, well, just don't do drugs and don't drink alcohol. I never will.
Marcus, you talking about a White Claw, bro? Come on now.
Team White
Come
Claw.
on now. Bro, the White Claw.
Hey, come on. I'll say this much. We do not alcohol slander in here because after I got slander for my mimosa take, okay, we don't slander any type of alcohol in here. That's all I'm going to say.
Or soft drinks, La Croix.
What was the mimosa take, Jordan?
Oh, I was just talking about because this was back when I think we were getting ready for the Niners Falcons game. And I was like, yeah, the games are early, so I'll just be over here chilling with my mimosa. And the thing, so like someone came to the group was like, I know I didn't hear him talk about mimosas. Like, well, first of all, you don't know how I pour mimosas, right? Is you take your cup, champagne, right? Like boom, 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 splash of juice. All right, boom, we good. You got a mimosa. So like, it's not your usual mimosa. It's a different type of mimosa.
Yeah,
It's the Jordan version.
Hey Dan, shout out to Dan because I still got some of your champagne here at my house.
Facts. Hey Jordan,
wherever he may be.
so you ain't saying nothing to me about mimosas. I love
Thank you.
We got plenty of it sitting right here outside of my garage right now,
and sangrias. I love them both
in my deep freezer. Facts.
Shout out to Drake.
Plus, we got
Wise for the shout outs.
Anytime you come over my house, and if you can drink out of what I make out of the blue cup, trust me, it'll be nice for the rest of the night.
That's what's up.
No alcohol. No alcohol.
Well, look, like I gotta get out of here, y'all.
Same. I gotta go eat some pie. There's pumpkin and apple. Go figure.
Almost.
No sweet
We
potato.
gotta do predictions.
No sweet. We're not Southern. We're not Southern. We're
Predictions.
Yay area.
Super Bowl prediction.
Oh yes. And let's do a Super Bowl show, you guys. Let's do a Super Bowl show.
Philly wins in a thriller. In a thriller, 42-41.
Who?
Philadelphia.
Ooh, that's a good one. I like that. That's what's up. Nick?
Wow. Let's go clockwise or counterclock. Rod, you want to go next?
Oh, me? Coming by 38-35. Eagles.
Okay. Wise.
I honestly don't care. I don't.
I don't care either. That's why I'm like,
Come on, man.
I don't.
38-35 Eagles.
31-30 Kansas City. I don't care. I don't know. 31-30 Kansas City. There you go.
Ryan.
24.
Why is she doing this? Like, why are you saying it like that?
Sorry, Ryan.
24-21 Eagles.
There you go.
Dennis.
Say it again like that just one more time.
See, you got one subscriber.
Dennis.
Ooh.
You got one subscriber.
Let's see. I say 31-27.
Book.
Wow.
Book.
Got one subscriber. Oh, look.
34-20 Eagles.
Don't do it. Don't. No.
Jordan. Come on, Jordan.
Why did she do this to us? Like,
I'm practicing for my ASMR channel.
What were we talking about again?
Shit.
Right.
No, I'm gonna go 27-21 Eagles. I think they're just too good at the line of scrimmage, both offensively and defensively.
And I will say, fuck it. I'm gonna go Chiefs 38. No. Eagles 38. Chiefs 21.
Wait. Who'd you pick?
Yeah, I picked the fucking Eagles.
The Eagles.
And you know why? Because I have a funny feeling they're going to win. And I'm going to be really pissed off. Yeah.
Well,
So,
you're gonna be pissed,
so
Gina,
why
because they
is the only
winning.
one picking the Chiefs?
I
Huh?
want the
Yeah.
I want the Chiefs to win.
Apparently. Apparently.
Why is
Me?
the Chiefs?
No. Oh, you said wise.
Yeah.
Oh,
Apparently, I'm the only one picking the Chiefs. Like I told you, I'm still emotional. Like we
I
only
am
24
still
hours out. I'm
emotional.
still feeling a certain kind of way about
that is
Philly.
an emotional pick. Why?
I just have a feeling that the Eagles are going to win. I just have this feeling they're going to be like celebrating. Yeah, we're the best team. Yeah, and I'm going to be like, fuck.
I ain't gonna lie.
It kind of goes back to Ryan saying Pat Mahomes is different. Like,
Yes,
dude, he's
he
just
is
different. Like, so,
and he's been on that stage.
yeah.
But
Yeah,
just
he
last week we all agreed the winner of the San Francisco and
I agree.
Philly game
I agree.
Will
Like,
win. That's true.
So
I
now
picked
I didn't
Eagles.
say
I
that.
was thinking that too.
And
I
everybody
mean, I don't
held
care either.
their argument,
Marcus,
and they
chill
picked
out.
Philadelphia.
I
so.
picked the Eagles still.
Gina, you got to get a man what he wants now.
No,
Give him
no,
what he
no,
wants,
you
Gina.
don't know.
Got to give him what he wants, Gina.
Uh-uh.
What
All
would
right,
you
y'all. I'm
like?
out though.
Yeah, you see what Marcus.
Here y'all go.
Love y'all.
You see what Marcus said.
Bye,
Hey,
Wise.
I'm out with you.
Well, look at y'all. Y'all got you got her hype. Look at Dennis. Dennis waiting too. Like you better say this.
Hey, I ain't going nowhere.